Well, Commodore, what's happening now?
Today's the 20th of April, Easter Sunday. Cheers to everybody.
I'm taking this video immediately after taking the screenshot of the BMS. As you can see, the two systems, the Victron and the fitted BMS, do not agree in any way. It says 76% on here, it's 35% on the BMS. So once again, I don't really know what is going on. It's slightly alarming.
Good morning. This bugger's playing games with me. So beautiful, this yellow breast on our bow. Just stay there, my friend. Good morning. Good morning. Just checking out the boat where they can do where she can leave her calling card, or she's probably doing it already. It's been a nice rainy night. And we've got this yellow breasted. I tried to catch her yesterday, so she's come back. Thank you. Now she's giving me her back. Okay, today's Tuesday, the 22nd of April. So shopping for us today. This is where we're heading to go and do our shopping. Just down the main canal for shopping. And that's Latori, the big shopping centre. And this is the mooring bay for all the little boats. So we shall see where we're going to get a parking. Hello.
Around the other side of the
Here
sky,
we're going. River Nautical. So we got a little parking spot here in front of River Nautical. So yeah, we shall see what we can do today. Hey, Captain?
Yep. Okay guys, it's a lovely day on the Rio. We had quite a bit of rain this morning, but that was finished by lunchtime, and Sandra and I headed off into town by about 11 o'clock to do some shopping. But while we were waiting for the rain to stop, we set about one of the jobs for today. The other day, we've had some trouble with this panel. All these panels, like these ones here, are only just held on by Velcro. And the Velcro here had come off, and it didn't seem to be terribly sticky, so we decided we would buy some more Velcro, and unfortunately they only had a metre, which is not really as much as we wanted, but anyway, it was double width, so I was able to cut this in half and make sort of two strips out of it. And you can see where I cut off the old stuff. This is the old stuff, this is the new stuff, and again here in the corner, because this is where it was sagging down. And I tried the new stuff on the panel, and that seemed to work all right. So I just wanted to make sure that this was dry enough that it wouldn't get pulled down by the weight of the panel, or us pulling it off, or the weight of the panel. Yeah. So when Sandra comes back, she's gone for a swim. Because of my stitches, it's difficult for me to swim, so I don't bother just now. And we'll put it back. These wires here are the cables for the fan that hangs from here, and also the light that is on the panel. In the panel, one of these ones here is in the middle of the panel. And see how that works. Hopefully well. Okay, so the repair to the Velcro seemed to go very nicely indeed. No problems at all with that. However, the fan we had up here at the time was originally was white. Not that significant, but Sandra decided to clean it because it was a bit tatty. It gets a lot of oil and stuff on it from the cooking and so on. And when we put it back together again, lo and behold, it wouldn't work. The light works, but the fan wouldn't work. So we decided we'd take one out of the dressing room, which is the forward starboard cabin, and put it up here, and when we brought it out, of course, the connectors weren't the same, so I had to change one of the connectors. One of them was the same, one of them wasn't. I had to change one of the connectors. But that didn't take terribly long, and now it works fine. So it just means we're going to have to order some more ceiling fans, because that, I believe, is the second one that's died on us. And another job I set about was filling the water tank. This port water tank is empty, or it was empty, and I was going to fill it over the weekend, but I discovered I was out of filters. These canisters take 5 micron filters to remove any sort of lumpiness in the water. And I was down to my last one. I only had one left, so we didn't want to go in on Monday. It was a holiday, and not sure the shop was going to be open, so we went in today. And I bought a bunch of filters, so we've got a couple of spare sets. So we're filling the port tank, and then when that's done, I'll top up the starboard. Okay, so today's job. Yesterday might have been the day before, we bought this shower hose and handle, telephone they call it here. It's really meant for the outside shower, because it's handy to have the press to run thing, which makes it easier to use, and you don't use so much water. In the end, I didn't replace it, because the problem isn't really with the shower head. The problem is with the hose. So I thought about putting this one on, but this one is only 1.2 meters, which is not very long. There you go, 1.2 meters. So it's not very long. But the one that's in my shower is 2 meters, I think, which is really quite long. And I'm thinking that what I'll do is I'll change this one over. In my shower, I don't need one as long as that, and we'll swap the one that's in my shower for the one that's leaking at the outside shower, which is where the issue is. So I've replaced the hose with this new one that we bought, and as you can see, we don't need the long one that I had. It's down here on the floor now. So this seems to work well. It's not leaking significantly, so all in all, that seems to be good, and I'm happy with that. We just have to hope that I can fit the other one to the outside shower, which I'm sure will be reasonably straightforward. It's just access is the issue, as always. Good morning, guys. It's Saturday the 26th here on the Rio. It's a lovely morning, not too hot, hardly a breath of wind, which is good. So what we're going to do though is we're going to run the mainsail and the Genoa out, just check they're all right, no problems, and then we'll be good to go, because we're going to set sail on Thursday the 1st of May. Okay guys, so we decided that we didn't actually need to go up the mast, so we decided we would run the sails out just to make sure everything works fine and there are no issues. What we did discover is it rained pretty heavily last night, but because our boom is essentially horizontal, just ever so slightly tail up, the water does not flow out of the sail bag. Any water in there pools in there and stays in there. So the sail was soaking. As I say, it did rain heavily last night, and a lot of it might have come from then. But every time it rains, it goes in there. So that isn't good, unless, of course, the sail is up, which most of the time it isn't. I've often sort of thought that lagoons, there's a lagoon 450 over there, and as you can see, the tail of their boom, the rear part of their boom, is a long way above the gooseneck at the front where the mast is. and that must be very good in terms of tipping the water out of the sail bag. So there are advantages to that system, I think. We have a lot of verdigris on the sail, a lot of black stuff and all the rest of it. All of it a bit messy. We've had the Genoa out, as I say. I don't think I took any pictures of it, but it ran out without any problems, and then we pulled it back in again after a few minutes just to let it air. So that's it for now. It's Saturday. We've been into town to get a bit of shopping, and now we're having a little bit of a cheeky lunch. Just a pizza, which is very nice. At Sundog, sitting here looking out over the river and thinking, all in all, that could be worse.
Okay, today's the 27th of April, 2025. And it is Freedom Day in South Africa, but hey, are not so bad. We're getting more and more smarter all the time. We're pickling our water maker, which is right here. And the last time we were in premature stage using too many buckets, and now we're getting really clever. Now we discovered a way we can just utilize one bucket and the water circulates and cleans the water maker. So two brains working overtime on this beautiful Sunday afternoon, and yeah, getting there. Practice makes perfect, so getting there. Great stuff on this Freedom Day in Rio Dulce, Guatemala. Work as always, never a dull moment.
Okay, good morning. It's Monday the 28th, and today's job is slightly fiddly. We have two of these catches that have come off from the little port light hatches in the bathrooms. One in this bathroom here, obviously, and one in the Sandra's bathroom on the other side. Hers has been off for quite a while, and it's been on my list of things to do. It hasn't made it to the top of the list until now, and it's only really because we've got two and it seemed a little bit more worthwhile. Bizarrely, these things are normally only held on with Sikaflex, which seems sort of impossible. But we had one come off way back on the way down to Mauritius, and it was replaced, or not replaced, it was restuck by the good guys from Taylor Swift, or whatever it was called, in Mauritius, and I thought he was doing it with Sikaflex, and I said, Sikaflex, that's not going to work, it's not nearly strong enough. And he said, si, negro, or I think he spoke French, but anyway, he said yes, with black Sikaflex it would work. I didn't get black Sikaflex. I've got this 3M product which is called 5200, and this stuff is supposedly permanent. They say that once you get it on your boat, it stays on your boat forever. So I bought this one yesterday or the day before, whatever. It's remarkably expensive. This is about £28 or something, £29, £30 just about, which is about $40 for this little tube of 3M 5200 marine adhesive and sealant. But it's supposedly very good stuff. I've never used it before, and this will be the first time. So here we go. Okay, so I've got them both on. This is the one in Sandra's bathroom. It is remarkable that the whole thing is held on with a small bit of glue, because there's quite a lot of pressure when you snap the lever to close it. It produces quite a lot of pressure. The technique really is to use the heel of your hand or of your other hand to shut the window, and then that helps to take the pressure off the lever as it goes across. But anyway, we'll have to leave this, I think, for I don't know, at least 24 hours, and then we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it works. That 5200 is supposed to be the dog's bollocks. Let's hope so. Campers, we've just been into town. It's Tuesday afternoon, just been into town to get a few last minute bits of shopping. We were going to do this tomorrow morning, but we went in the end this afternoon because I had to get my stitches out. We were going to do that tomorrow. I don't know if you can see that, but they're all out now. But the real reason we changed our plan was that we've been having trouble with this tap almost since we put it in, and you can see that it's just pouring out of there, pouring out of there. So initially, when it was leaking a bit. It wasn't too bad, but then it just got worse and worse and worse and worse. And as a result, we decided we had to go and buy a new tap, which we have done, and hopefully it will fit there without too much trouble. But anyway, that's why we've changed our plans, and now we've got a whole bunch of shopping to unpack. Bye for now.
We had another chore to complete before we set off. Our new faucet or tap, like everybody else knows it. It was a bit of a tricky job, you know, you got to get underneath here and it's not easy to work here. So the captain and I, we did our best. So new job done, new job completed. Yeah, it's running. Water. Good job, Captain. How was it?
It was fraught. There's always these things never seem simple. With the new mechanism, it should have been easy to take it off because it's just a big screw thing.
With limited space.
With limited space.
Limited space
we got
and limited.
We got it 3/4 of the way down, and then it wouldn't go any further, and we ended up having to saw the thing off with a hacksaw. So it's never as simple as you think it's going to be.
But mission complete. Let's get on with the day.
Okay, so it's Wednesday, the 30th of April, and we're all set. We're using our new microphones, courtesy of my kids.
What's going on?
We're going.
Okay. That's great. Which one first?
Don't mind really, whatever. Guys there, that's just helping us off the top. Thanks guys! Now we need to go and get some diesel. Okay, so we've left the marina behind us. You can see the little hut's just there. To the left of the main sheet as we look. We've been over to Shell and more or less filled up the tanks. So quite fill up the port one. We've used a bit more in that one than the starboard one. But anyway, and we're now motoring down to the end of El Golfet to spend the night. The wind is pretty much right on the nose, so unfortunately sailing isn't really a sensible option. We'll motor down to the end of El Golfet and spend the night outside Dino's house.
Hi there, today's 30th of April, the end of April, the beginning of a new month tomorrow. Anyway, today we left the catamaran marina where we have been for the last 3-4 months, and today was the first time we sailed out. We decided we will be heading to Cayman Islands. just completed the first leg. We left our marina at about 12:30, went to fill up with gasoline, left the gasoline station about 12:55, and then set off down the river. And where we are currently parked in front of Dino's house, or Dino's houses. 12.6 miles down the river, and the wind was quite busy.
Sun sets on our last night in Guatemala for a bit, not quite sure how long, but it's lovely to see the sunset proper. You don't quite see it in the marina because of the trees that we're surrounded in. But that is lovely, lovely, lovely. But for now, we're off to say hi to our friends, Dino and Maya.